We're following some breaking news. The body of a man linked to the deaths of 8 people in the St. Lawrence River has been recovered. Coroners have confirmed the body recovered July 3rd is that of Casey Oakes. Now, separately, an Ontario man pleaded guilty to human smuggling to a U.S. federal court today. Now, he was indicted on 9 counts. After allegedly bragging, he smuggled over 1,000 people across that river. Let's bring in Jorge Barrera. He is in Albany, New York to cover this hearing. Jorge, maybe tell us what happened in court.
All right. Well, first off, the case against Simranjit Singh, a 41-year-old Indian national who was actually living in Brampton before he was extradited to the U.S. to face these human smuggling charges. There has been no direct link between his case and the case involving Casey Oakes. As we know, Casey Oakes was the boatman, if you will, who was going to transport 8 foreign nationals, including 4 Indian nationals and 4 Romanian nationals, across the St. Lawrence River in late March. And he's been pulled from the river, and it's been identified that it's him. But this case, the Simranjit Singh case, nicknamed Shali Singh, tells us a lot about the networks that Casey Oakes was involved in, the networks behind these types of smuggling attempts. Now, Simranjit Singh pleaded guilty to 9 human smuggling counts. He pleaded guilty to 6 counts of alien smuggling and 3 counts of conspiracy to smuggle aliens. As part of the plea agreement that he agreed to, the facts, it's come out that he actually arranged to move Indian nationals starting in India. And then he would tell them to fly to Calgary, Toronto, and Montreal. And from there, they would be taken to Cornwall, Ontario for staging. And from Cornwall, Ontario, they would be taken to Cornwall Island, which is in Agwathosny. And then from Cornwall Island, they would get in boats, go across the river, and then they would be picked up and then driven on the south shore of the St. Lawrence River and then driven to New York State motels. So this is what Mr. Singh agreed to, these facts. He pleaded guilty to these facts. But as I said before, he is not connected to this Casey Oakes case at all from March. But the modus operandi, the tactics that he used, this movement of people from India through Canada and into the U.S., very similar in what Singh pleaded guilty to today. Hannah?
So now that he has pled guilty, what's next for Singh?
Well, Singh is now going to be sentenced in December 28th. That's his sentencing date. He faces prison terms that range from 5 to 15 years, but he also faces other complications. And if we could run a clip from his defense lawyer explaining that now.
Once he gets into the Federal Bureau of Prisons here in America, they're going to look to deport him as quickly as possible. So that's always kind of the next step, which he anticipates.
Now, his lawyer said that Mr. Singh is actually suffering from depression and anxiety from his time being jailed here. He was remanded back into custody until his sentencing hearing, and whether he spends any time in U.S. prison or whether he's actually just immediately extradited back to India, that remains to be sorted out. Anna?
Okay, Jorge Barrera in Albany, New York. Thank you.